Matomo, which is a web analytics platform. Before we begin, quick reminder, I do a live stream every day at 2 p.m. Eastern. You're free to join the live chat, post anything about programming or lifestyle topics. As you can see, with each article, there's a link to the live stream. If you don't want to do that, you can simply watch the video. The video is also embedded in the article. Scroll down and you'll see the embedded video. And also be sure to subscribe, like, follow, and leave comments. It helps the channel grow and helps people who are maybe beginning to programming or who want to learn applications such as this one, which is a web analytics platform. All right, so as you guys know, I've been doing a lot of container or putting a bunch of applications into containers, and there's a very good reason for that. For example, my preferred container is Podman. The reason I do that is because sometimes some applications get abandoned or they're no longer supported, but they could be critical, for example, to your website or whatever your application. So you don't want to, or maybe you don't have time. So you want to keep on using it until you research other applications which might be better or which could be a good alternative. So the problem with simply just replacing an application is that it might have maybe some dependency issues, or it might need some specific applications which your server or your application doesn't support yet. So that's why Podman, also not just Podman, any type of container, could be Docker or anything else, is a good way to be using applications. So in this particular case, we're going to use Matomo, and I'll explain to you why. I'll explain to you why later in the video. By the way, Rohit has joined the live chat. Hi, buddy. How have you been? I'm doing really well. I'm pretty excited for the rest of this month, and I'll explain later during the video. So let's actually get started, because this one should be a short one today. So if you're looking for a privacy-focused open source alternative to something like Google Analytics, that's where Matomo comes in. It's one of the best choices out there. Unlike proprietary software or platforms, Matomo gives you full control over your data, making it perfect for businesses, developers, and privacy-conscious users. So in this post, you learn why Matomo matters and how to install it using Podman or Podman Compose, an excellent alternative to Docker for containerized environments. So why do I use Podman and I don't use Docker? As I said before, it's because it's rootless. What that means is that you don't have to use super user permissions. For example, if you are a web reseller, host reseller, you can simply have the customers install applications they want without them disturbing you for super user permissions. For example, you can see today I'm going to install Matomo, get it up and working. The Docker, sometimes it needs like some access to lower level like root or super user permissions. Podman doesn't. It's rootless by default, so it makes it very, very easy to use. Okay, I'm just going to reply to Rohit here. I am doing very well and hope you are too. Thanks for asking. There we go. Okay, so Matomo, you might be familiar with this. You've been around for. It was formerly called pWiki, which is a powerful open source web analytics platform. Allows you to track and analyze your website's visitors without handing data over to third parties. So some of the benefits of Matomo: it's 100% data ownership. That means you own the data. It's GDPR compliance. I'm guessing that's more critical if you're inside the EU. You self-hosted, or you can instead of the cloud, or you can put it in the cloud if you want for your options. You have real-time data and insights, and it's customizable reports and dashboards. Matomo is a deal for developers and business that value privacy, data protection, and open source technology. Here's a simple explanation of how to install Matomo with Podman Compose. So very simply, great to hear that, Rohit, that you're doing very well. Always great to hear that. So as you can see down here, I have created a folder called Matomo. I created a Podman Compose file. You can also, it's very, very simple, as you can see here. There's already an image you can grab from the Matomo website. I think it's also from GitHub. Oh no, Docker, I think from Docker.io. And you can see, actually, let me open up here in a text editor. Oh man, I really need to change this mouse. It's really getting really painful to use. Okay. So as you can see here, the version number doesn't matter there. So services, you see the image, it's Matomo. So I open up port 8080, map it to port 80 in the container. Now, if you're not using port, maybe you have your separate dedicated server or something, you can also use port 80 in the host. So usually, it's not always, the first one is the host server of the host system, and this is the container system. So it's 80 in the container and 8080 outside the container. And the volumes, just have this one Matomo, which will create one, and it will be /var www HTML. This is most likely a Debian based one, but that doesn't matter. And then it depends on DB. So I'm also gonna create another, I guess, grab another image, which will be MariaDB. And for MariaDB, what I'll do is I'll create a password for the root, and then for the database, Matomo and Matomo_user, and then that's the password. And then the volumes, we always have to do this for Podman containers, just map it to /var lib MySQL, and then those are the two volumes, the Matomo application itself and then the database. Now, obviously you don't need to do like this. You can also use a database maybe on your host system as well, but I like to keep everything in the containers just for this tutorial. Now, one thing that caught me out before, when you do use the containers, for example, outside the containers, normally you put something like localhost or the IP address to the system that's hosting the database. In this particular one, which is very weird, you actually have to use this name DB. So that always confuses me. So when it says what's the server host, whatever, you actually have to put this in. Yeah, that kind of always confuses me, but I'm pretty used to it now. So that's it. Just the DB, the actual volume here. See DB. That's the one you used as the host. So that's it. That's very simple. Now we can go back to the command line here. I'm going to clean things up a little bit and clear. And then all you have to do is type Podman -compose space, type up, and then you -d for detach, and then it will build and everything by default. So I just do that. So what it will do is it will download the application. It will grab the MariaDB one, and then it will also create the image. So it's running right now. To prove it's running, just type Podman space ps-a, and you can see here, I'll zoom out a little bit. You see it grabbed it from Docker.io. I did see that somewhere. See, I grabbed it from Docker.io for MariaDB, and also the Matomo grabbed it from Docker.io as well. So you see it's been up for 21 seconds, so there's no issues. And you can see what it's mapped to. So 336, because I don't have a database running right now, so that's fine. And then 8080 to 80, so the TCP as well. So sometimes you might need to open up your firewall ports. I don't need to do that. I'm perfectly fine. Now, and so that's it. You can see, you can just scroll down here to see the rest. So that's it. Then we just go to 8080 and we can do the installation wizard. I might have to redo this again. I can't remember if let's go to localhost. 8080. I don't know. I don't know if it's. Ooh. Yeah, there we go. So I did delete it. Okay, I do remember. Okay, perfect. So you see it will ask you how to install this. It says the library software used to analyze traffic from your users. The process takes 8 steps, around 5 minutes, actually less than that. You see the first. So I click this, next. So it's checking everything. Everything should be fine because I'm using the container. So you see the container is using PHP 8.4. It says you need PHP 7.25 or above. I would definitely use a supported version, which is 8 point something. And it's going to use the PIDO, that's a PHP data object extension, MySQL. So I don't need to worry about all this because I'm literally using the container. So the container should have everything set up as it needs. As you can see here, a quick summary. So if you're going to set up manually yourself, this is what you need. You see zlib, JSON, filter, hash, session, and make sure these functions are enabled. And the requirements in the PHP INI file, that's the configuration. Session auto start set to 0, max execution time is set to 0, or -1, that means it's unlimited. Or you can set it at least greater than 30. Usually I think the default these days is about 60, so that should be more than enough. And then the temp directory. So I said this should all pass because I'm using the account container. And you can see all this stuff here, optional. You see all of them enabled because that's what they need, and it says force SSL connection. Now if this was on a live server, yes, I'll definitely use SSL, but this is local, so I don't need that. And updates are only going to be up at HTTPS, that's perfectly fine. The Matomo version is 5.4.0, and obviously it's using Linux, Apache, all this stuff here. And see, I was right. I detected that it was using most likely Debian, which is fine. So this is all fine. So I'm going to click next. And oh yeah, it also supports obviously English, British, and US and generic English. Okay, so you see here where it says database server. So this is the part here. I can't use 127.0.0.0. That's what I was saying. For the database server, you have to use the name, which is DB. This is if you're using containers. Just be aware of that. So the login for the database again. This we just grab it from here. You see this part here. So it's Matomo and Matomo user and etc. like that. So it's Matomo _ user. And the database was just Matomo. I'm just going to copy paste the password. Very secure password here. We'll put the password there. The prefix can leave as is. It says MySQL. So if you're using I'm using MariaDB, but I could have left it as MySQL. They will still work. It won't make a difference. They're very compatible. So you see the tables were created. We go next. Now the reason mine is a little bit faster is because I didn't have to create a database and a table and the permission. I put that in the Podman YAML file, the Compose YAML file, and did everything for me. Now here it's asking me to create a login, so I'm just gonna do something pretty simple here. I think it's going to reject my password. I think I did this before. It did reject my password. And let's go here. Okay, I'm not going to subscribe. Click next. Oh, it did actually. Okay, great. So the name of the site. So it wants the first site to set up. So I'm going to use my real site there. This one here, Ojambo.com. Ojambo.com, and then I'm going to type Ojambo.com to select the city, put Toronto. You know the funny thing, it actually does have Toronto, but when I type in Toronto here, it didn't come up. So I'll prove to you that it does have Toronto. I think it's in the Americas or something, but I don't like the way it does this. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know where it put the... Yeah, it's okay. You know the thing that I dislike about this? It says select city, right? So you have Africa, obviously that's a continent. Then what's after Africa? We have Antarctica. Okay? So wait, that doesn't make any sense. America, AM comes before AN, right? So that's the thing I don't like about this. So if I keep on scrolling down, I see of Central America. See, I told you they do have Toronto. You see my point? I don't know how they do that. Doesn't make sense. It's not an e-commerce site. So I click next. Okay, so then what you do is very simply just grab this tracking code and then you put it onto the site. So I'm not going to do that because I'm not logged into the to this site. So yeah, so then it tells you how you can logo this. If you're using Google Tag Manager, they do have you can also add that as well, and they do have a plugin, I believe, for they do have a WordPress plugin as well. So yeah, so all of that. Yeah, so okay, so yeah, so that's it, and then you can also email those instructions to someone. So let me hit next, and then it shows you here, congratulations. I told you it takes less than 5 minutes, and you see it's a default. I said I left that as default, so hit continue. Okay, now to log in. I think I typed that wrong. I already forgot my password. Okay, so as you can see here, it shows you that it does have a WordPress. It has a WordPress plugin if you're using WordPress. There's a tag manager, there's Vue.js, there's JavaScript code, and there's integrations. Okay, so I'm ready to install Matomo. I'll just hide this page, it doesn't matter. So now with that said, we can actually go to the I'm just going to go to the dashboard. Okay, this is another thing. This is going to force me to use the 4K monitor because I really dislike. I don't know. Maybe I need to create tutorials of how to design a site for smaller screens because this is really annoying. I don't know if I zoomed out. Yeah. So here's a problem with this. It says other methods to install, so that's perfectly fine. And okay, maybe I'll hide this for now. Okay, I've hid it for 1 hour. Okay, so this actually looks really nice now. So the visitors in real time, you can go to the visits log. You can view. They have a video tutorial, very nice, and you can also what do you call it? You already beginner, complete the 4 challenges, you become an expert. But it's pretty simple. So if you guys have any issues, you can go read up. But normally all this tracking code applications are pretty simple to do. So I don't think I actually saw this before, maybe because of the smaller screen. So you see it has the dates there, and then all visits, and then as I said, if you want to see, you can there's a lot of things you can see here as well. You can also create a new dashboard. You can manage your dashboard. So there's a lot of things here. Now click this menu here. So we can go to visitors and go to overview. So obviously there's nothing now because I literally just installed it. I haven't put the code there yet. So what I'm going to do is, and then you can see the devices, the time, software, user IDs, etc., the forms, sessions, custom reports, crashes, and then you can also explore the marketplace for external. Let's actually go there for a second. Let's go to the marketplace. It's loading the marketplace. That's actually taking. Okay, there we go. So you can see there's some extensions you can install. For example, this one to migrate. I'm guessing this is from one Matomo to another Matomo site. It says right there. You can also get custom alerts. You can get a heat map and session recording. You can get a Google Analytics importer. I was actually looking for that one, so that's actually pretty good. You can hide your password reset. You can group permissions, custom reports, form analytics, campus geo IP, visitor generator, cohorts, queued. So we have a lot of things here you can install to extend your Matomo application. I'm just going this very quickly, but there's also one for WooCommerce. Okay, and what else we have here? Track spam prevention. You guys get it. So there's a lot of chat GTP, menstrual AI. Okay, so there we go. Now, what I want to do is, you see here, administration. Let's go to the administration. You can see here, say you can add a new website. The system check should be perfectly fine. Obviously, right now, I said I did add Ojambo.com, but I'm not actually tracking because I didn't put the code there. So what I'm going to do is, because there's also some premium features. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another website. Let's click the, you can also invite users. So let's add another website. I can't remember the name of the site I want to do. Let me actually go and check. I can't remember. I have to start up the Apache server. Give me a second. I have to go back to the command line here. And systemctl start http and systemctl start, what's the name of it? MariaDB. This is on my system. I don't know if this will work because I've changed so much stuff since. Okay, so I'll explain to you what I'm trying to do. I need to go to another website, a local website, don't worry. That's one we did. So I'll go to the data folder here. Is it websites? Oh no, it's a temp folder. I want to go to the temp folder. There's one we did before. It was, I think, Ojambo tutorials or something like that. Was it two? Oh, tutorials. Here we go. Tutorials. Nope, that's not it. I think it was Ojambo tutorials. Ojambo. Oh, here we go. It's one of these ones. OjamboShop.com. That's the one. OjamboShow.com. Yes. So the one I want is one of these two, the blogs. These were two WordPress sites. One of this, I think this blog one, I can't remember its password. I'll show you how we can reset a password since we're here as well. So this is not a WordPress tutorial, but I'll show you how to do that. So if I go to the here and I go to https://ojamboshow.local/blog1 blog1. Why is it taking so long? Oh, that's weird. Ojambo Show. Okay, let's stop that. Okay, I think I have to stop it completely. So let's just go to https:// oh, maybe there's no https. That could be another problem. I can't remember. Ojamboshow.local. Okay, there we go. Advanced. Okay. And I put /blog1. Okay, looks like it's loading. That one runs on a mechanical disk, so it's a little bit slow. Yeah, it's purposely slow because, yeah, there we go. So it's purposely slow because my thinking way back a long time ago, like 15 years ago, was that if I can run it on a slow machine or slow drive as possible and I can make it run fast, then when I put it on a client server, it's going to run fast. That was the thinking. It's still valid thinking, but nowadays the mechanical disk just annoys me. I'm going to go, so for WordPress, I just type wp-admin. I don't remember my, looks like it auto updated. Oh, that's why it was slow. I can't remember. Hopefully this is it. Ah, it is. Ah, thank God I remember that. Okay, so this email is correct. All right. So the reason I want this is so that I can see if I can search for. It does say, okay, what do you like to measure? It's a website. So the name of this website is, oh, it says it has a plugin. So you know what? Let's actually see. I can add it manually. So let's do it both ways. Let's add it manually. So the website is called ojambo.local. And this is the name of the site here, blog 1. So I'll just grab it here. Actually, I should probably put blog 1 here. I'll just put blog 1. Okay. Blog 1, only track visits and actions when the URL starts with one of the above. I don't know what this means. When enabled, only track internal actions when the page URL so bad. Oh, okay. So I guess this is for. Oh, I guess it looks like it tracks the subdomain. So okay, that's correct. Yes, I do want that. And it says keep page URL fragments when tracking. Default is no. Okay, I'll leave it at no. This is default. Exclude IPs. No, that's fine. Exclude user agents. I'm just going to leave everything as default. Site tracking enabled. When you can use to track and report when users are searching. Okay, that's fine. Not an e-commerce site. It kind of is, but I'm going to switch that off because. Oh, you know what? Maybe when I'll enable that for the plugin, right? I'm just going to. So it's turn off visitor logs and. So I'm not going to check that. Turn off visitor profiles. I'll uncheck that. Currencies will be displayed next to the goals, revenues. Okay, whatever. So I'm going to hit save. You were what? What are you talking about? Oh, you're back. Alright, so here we go. See, it says blog 1. So it's tracking 2 sites. And then add a measurable. I don't want to add a measurable, so it's tracking this side as well. I want to view the tracking code, so you view tracking code, sorry. So this is the blog, so it gives me a few options. So you see here it says tracking code. You can use an image. You can pick any of these you want. So I'm just gonna do the JavaScript one. So with the JavaScript, you just simply copy this. Hit copy. Like that one, and you see this image. There's different ways to track it. Oh, there's WordPress. Let's see this one where it says if your website is using WordPress, please use this guide. So I'm going to click on that. Install the Matomo tracking code in WordPress. So let's go and do that. So I'll go back to the code here, and I'll go to plugins. Which one is plugins? I haven't used WordPress in a while. Plugins, there we go. So let's go to plugins. Looks like I need to update a few plugins here. I might as well update that one. Contact form 7. I think it's about time I did another WordPress tutorial. Okay, there's a few things here. This one, and yeah, so I'll update all of them. Okay, Yoast is the one taking. Oh, Yoast and WooCommerce. You can also enable auto updates. These days, WordPress is safe enough. You can enable. Did you try out? Oh, I did not try it out. I actually tried yesterday, and I managed to crash the system. I do not know how I crashed the system, but I managed to crash the system. It looks like, I think I know how I crashed the system. It had nothing to do with the AI. It's a bug. It's a bug with Inkscape. I actually, it looks like they've fixed it, but it hasn't gone to the new version yet. So I think maybe I should do a tutorial on how to report bugs as well. So I was kind of annoyed with DeepSeek, so I'll definitely try Qwen 3/4. That's my next one I want to try, but that might be in about 2 weeks because I wanna do some more AI videos. I fixed the issue with AI videos, so I'm more anxious to do that. But I also do want to do the Qwen 3 because there's some writing I want to test to see how that works. So okay, that's all done. And what is it called? Matomo. Oh, it's not installed. I have to go to add plugin. I think it is. Yeah, here we go. And type Matomo. Here we go. Oh, there's connect. So which one is which? Okay, I'm gonna guess it's this one, Matomo team. Yeah, well, there's this one even, okay, so that's fine. So I'm going to activate it. Okay, so I'm going to enable tracking. So tracking has been enabled. And okay, so settings have been, okay, so I've enabled tracking. So it says there's some errors in Matomo. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure I know what those problems are. It's most likely because I have a self-signed certificate and other things like that. So config says config exists and is writable. Okay, what's the problem then? Oh, here we go. Warning, the default location. Yeah, I don't want that to be tracked, so that's fine. Yeah, that's I'm no, because remember I'm local, so it's the local. It's 127, so that I know this is here. System cron setup. Yeah, I don't care about that because this is local. I'm like, it's not like I'll be using this again soon, so that's fine. So I'll explain to you what this means in case you guys are not familiar with Linux type systems. So normally what WordPress does, WordPress has something called WP cron. So it mimics the cron job. So I'll explain you what that means. So that means that if your site is popular or popular enough, like at least so many visits per day or whatever, then it will be able to run all the crons, all the background scripts and everything like that. However, that's usually not a good idea because what could happen is, let's say you set something to run at midday every day, maybe like a backup. The problem is if nobody visits your site at midday, meaning the backup won't run until the next time somebody visits your site. So that cron job it's a fake cron job. It's not very accurate. So what they recommend is you use the system cron. You see it says here system cron. So you put it in a cron job. And that one, for example, I think you're supposed to set it to hit every minute or so. So that means that if there's any background things that need to run, for example, like the auto updates, it will run those by itself. But I said, in this particular case, I don't need it because this is localhost, and I said I'm only going to be using this site, for example, for tutorial right now. ChatGTP, I do use it, but I'm gonna move away from ChatGTP because the problem with ChatGTP is that it's being annoying. It's really annoying me lately. For example, it no longer. I don't need to. The good thing is I have my own system now. I don't need it for images. You know what? One of the reasons I started using ChatGTP was so that it could generate images for me. But every time I go now, it always says either have to log in. That's no problem. But then it says that there's a queue for the images, so that annoys me. And I said I don't need. I prefer my own images now, so I go away from that. And it's also giving me some wrong information. And it actually every time I go to ChatGPT, it actually argues with me. So I don't want to be argumentative, especially with an AI. So yeah, it gives me like wrong information, which, for example, it gives like really old, like 4 or 5 year old information, which is outdated. Because, for example, I run Fedora 42, so I know what I'm talking about than what it does. So I'm moving away from it, but I still check up on it from time to time just to make sure that I'm not, I keep abreast with all the all what's going on in the AI world. I will explain that a little bit more because I have some news for you guys as well. Some of you guys have requested some things, so I do have some good news for you. I'll explain that at the end of this tutorial. You guys will be happy with some of the news I have for you. Where was I here? Okay, let's go back to Matomo here. So yeah, the code, I have tested a lot of code which I haven't talked about, but I am not happy with any of the code that any of the AIs have produced. As you guys, you see, one of the ongoing things, like it's now a joke. When I ask it to, for example, when I ask it to produce Kotlin code or Blender Python code, it's bad. It's horrible, in fact. I even have a partner who actually pays like I think $1,000 a month or so for a combined AI solution. And even him, when he produced code out from it, it's terrible. It just doesn't work. So it looks like, despite what the marketing teams are telling us, it's not going to replace programmers anytime soon. Okay, so let's go back to the dashboard here. I want to go back to the dashboard, so it should be tracking. Okay, so blog one, yeah. So I want to see the one for blog one. The Ojambo.com one will not have anything because I haven't put the code there. So let's go here. So there's no data yet, and you can see you can pick Ojambo.com or this and blog one. So there's clearly no data because this is just started now. So there's already an update. How's there an update? Oh, I'm wondering if I can update from here. I'm not sure if I'm sure I should be able to, but I'm not gonna do an update. That is weird. I literally just installed this. Yeah, so okay, let's go back to why is it not okay, I apologize. I really dislike small screens. You know what? I have to change my OBS setup so I can start doing 4K. I really dislike small screens. Here's why. You see, I can easily go. For example, I click visitors here. I can see what's going on, the behaviors. I really dislike the small screens. So let me go back to the dashboard. Why is it showing no data here? I'm clearly there. Oh, because I'm on the front end. Okay, that's probably why. Let me make this small again. Okay, so this has been installed. Oops, did I install the wrong one? Wait, I'm confused. Wait, I'm super confused. Whoa, I'm super confused. Oh, I didn't pay attention. So the one they want me to install is actually called Connect Matomo. I installed, which one did I install? Oh, this one. So this is the official one then? Oops, I didn't realize this is the official one. It looks like the one I installed is not the official one. Unless this documentation is wrong. Okay, so let's go back here. Oh man, there's another problem here as well. Okay, so Matomo Analytics. So who created this one then? So let's see, get started at this page. Okay, so this one has some why does it have from September 30th? Clearly nothing's happened there. Okay, so it looks like I'm gonna delete this plugin and install the other one. So let's go back to plugins. Yeah, see, it says it's by Matomo. Okay, so I'm not, that is so weird. So they wanted me to install the other one? Oh, very friendly, self-hosted, Matomo is number one. Okay, so it doesn't matter. Okay, you know what, I'm gonna stick to this one. So let's go back and see if it's actually, okay, so reporting, let's go to reporting here. Oh yeah, so this is the correct one. So it looks like it's connected. Man, this is why you should always have testers so that you get things done properly. I do not know why that was weird. Anywho, what time is it now? Wow, this has already been 40 minutes. So let's wrap this up. So this is Matomo, and you can obviously oh, I still haven't visited the front of the site. I guess I have. Let me visit the front of the site so we can get some tracking. So we go back here to the blog. So let's go to where was I here? Let's go back. Here we go. So let me visit the home page. So you click here, visit site. I don't know if you'll track me because I'm the admin. I'm out to open up a different browser. So I just want to click a few places here. And let's actually do an inspector, see if it's actually being tracked. View page source. I'm gonna search for Matomo. Yeah, so here we go. So you see it did add the tracking. You see it says enable tracking and it added it here. And it set the site ID and all of that as well. So there should be some, where's the cursor here? Okay, so it set an ID. Okay, so it has it there. I'm not seeing some ID to put into the other one, so it is definitely tracking. Actually, let me Matomo 6. Yeah, so it is there. It's definitely there. So it is tracking, but I don't see. Usually there's some ID to go back to the other one, but maybe because I have it open, well, it must be working. Okay, so I visited the front page. And let me visit another page. For example, I'll go to the privacy page, the contact page. Let's see here, sample page. That's fine. So, this has been tracked. So if I go back to, is it this one here, and go to blog 1, I'm still not seeing anything here. I don't know if I have to go to. Let me actually go back and see how the tracking works. Custom reports. Still a free one. Okay. Sites. Oh, this is okay. This is the part I wanted. So it still doesn't have any. Let's pick this one. Where is the code? Meh. Maybe tests. Oh, it finally warmed up as well. Okay. I'm gonna feel much better to the tag manager. Activate. No, I don't want to activate the tag manager. Settings. There we go. Plugins. License key. No, we don't want that. System general settings. Oh yeah, we were here before. Websites. Tracking code. That's what I wanted. Tracking code. Okay. So. Oh yeah. See, this is what I was trying to say. There's this part here for the tracking code. Let's go to advanced options. Yeah, we don't want it. So yeah, this is what I was trying to say. You see, it doesn't go to the. It doesn't go here. So that's why I'm confused how that tracking works. So I was right. So so I guess they were right. Yeah, because you see, they usually put some type of site ID and where how the thing will be tracked. So that's what I was wondering. I'm like, how is it being tracked? So I am going to remove this plugin because this is not what I want. So I'm going to deactivate this and delete it. And I'm going to install the other plugin which they did actually recommend. So maybe I should actually follow the instructions. So I'm going to go to click on this part here, add plugin. Go back here, Matomo. I'll follow. Yeah. So this is the plugin they recommended. It was by this person here. So I'm going to click it. Activate it. Did I click this? I'm not sure. Oh, I guess I did not click it. Okay, there we go. Tomo, go to settings. Yeah, so this is what I was trying to say. Yeah, so it's self-hosted, HTTP. It's fine. Second, I have a call here. Ed speaking. Okay. Alright, hey, I don't know why scammers call and then they keep their voice down. It's really annoying. Okay, so it says here, enter your Matomo URL. It's the same URL used to for instance, like this one here. So that's simple enough. And then it says enter your auth. Here is is an alphanumeric code, like something like that. So let's actually go see where we get that code. Where can I find this? So okay, I'm going to split this up. Is this the one? Okay, so here we go. So let's go to here. Then it says you put the URL there, and oh, it's auto. So I'll just put auto here. Okay, so let's go and grab our URL, which will be is it index? Okay, let's see how it works. Technically it's just that, so I'll just put that. Okay, and then I'll put the auto. Yeah, so auto. So I'll leave it at auto, and now click save. Did something happen? It says connection has Matomo has to be connected. Check the connect section below. Okay, maybe it's I'll put index.php. Before you complete the setup, make sure you have an instance. If you don't have one, I did. Then has to be connected to. Yeah, that's correct. Maybe it's Matomo.php. Fine, I'll put that Matomo.php. Okay, I'm already getting frustrated here again. Oh, I put a slash. I should not put that slash. Let's just put index. Okay, it's putting the slash there for me, so I don't need that. Okay, hit save. No, looks like it's not working. Huh. Let's try 127.0.0.1. Oh, looks like it's not going to work. Okay, so so I'm going to do. Oh, it says changes are saved. Look, I should pay attention. Sorry about that. I should really pay attention to that as well. Okay, so I know what it is. I know it's not working. I know it's not working. It was my fault. Sorry, guys. It's because I'm using HTTPS. So when I'm using HTTPS, I can't use HTTP. So that's the reason. So I won't be able to. I mean, I can. You know what? Let me test it a different way. I'm going to log out of here. I'm gonna whip out. Let me find a website I can actually use. Okay, here. Let me create a simple HTML page. So let's go touch. It will just be HTML. Does it matter? I'll just make an index.php file. Okay, and open this up with the text editor. Okay, so it's just going to be simple HTML. I'm actually working with some things that should probably have used those instead. So I'll just say h1. I'll say hello world. Yes, it's deliberate. Okay, so that I guess I need a web server, so I should also start up a web server. Where was the one I did the touch? Where is the console? Did I close it? Really? Did I close the console? Okay, that was dumb. Okay, you know what? I put it in the wrong place. Okay, that was why dumb of me. Let me see. Okay, yeah, okay, I put it in the wrong place. Duh. And when I start some PHP one, I'll just say I can't use localhost. Yeah, I should be able to use localhost. So I'll just put 0.0.0, And I'll use another one. What port did we use here? Oh, it's 8080. So let me use 8000. So 8000. Okay, then we go here. I should be able to go to 127.0.0.1. Then I go to 8000. Yeah, it says hello world. Perfect. So this is going to be the site. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start up another one. I'm going to start another tracking code. I logged out of here. I think I logged out of here, so I don't need that. I don't need this one. So I'm going to go to manage here. I'm going to add another site, and it's just going to be a internet track sites that are only accessible in your organization network. Oh, you know what? Let's do that. So I'll call this one test. Okay, so it's going to be this URL. Only track visits. Yeah, that's fine. Everything so is fine here. I hit save. Okay, so view tracking code. There we go. So that's what I want. I should be able to just dump the JavaScript here. Perfect. Okay, so with that, I can go here, and this one should be smaller. If I refresh a page, this should be tracked right now. So if I go back to the dashboard, there should be some tracking here now. I don't know how long it takes. Don't tell me it's like Google Analytics where you have to like compare the day by day in order to see what is going on. So if I refresh again, I don't know why that's not showing up. Oh, let me check to make sure there is no problems. You go to the console. Why is everything so big? Console. Yeah, there's no issues. And I'm 100% oh, this. What the JavaScript is not there. What is going on? Oh, did he put it in the head section? Oh, it moved the head. It moved into the head section. Okay, so yeah, the tracker is working. I refresh again, and again, and again, and again, and again. So it says it tracks it in real time, but oh, let me refresh here. I don't know what the visits are not sure. Well, it's supposed to be there. There's no data. I don't know why that's not working. I don't know if that's a bug, but anyways. So that's the application. So that's Matomo. I don't know why it's not working. I tried it in WordPress and I tried it here. A simple one. My intranet. It's not working. But that's the application. So as you can see here, I did show it. So I'm gonna close that. Finish this tutorial up. Here the screenshot to get it up and running. And the database, I know all of that, how I set it up, and how you can see the tracking, and obviously this is a live stream. To finish this up, if you want to learn JavaScript, I do have a learning JavaScript course on Amazon, and I also have a learning JavaScript book on Amazon, and I have a learning JavaScript course on OjamboShop.com. So the links for both are in the description. I also offer one-on-one programming tutorials. For example, if you want to install Matomo or another one, I think I installed Open Web Analytics in the past. And that one did work in WordPress and obviously localhost as well. And if you need help with any of this, it's jamboservices.com/contact or jambo.com/contact. So in conclusion, Matomo is a fantastic tool. I couldn't get it working today. I don't know why. For serious web analytics and privacy, by combining it with container tools like Podman, you can spin up an efficient and secure analytics platform in minutes. Whether you're learning JavaScript, diving into open source tools, or need custom setup, I'm here to help. Stay tuned for more beginner-friendly guides and screencasts. Quick reminder, I do a live stream every day at 2 p.m. Eastern. You visit ojambo.com. You go to watch menu, live summary, you can see topics for this and upcoming tutorials. You can see this is what we're doing tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. And I also have, I'm going to push 2 other resources I have. I also do have promoting my algorithmic serpent. It's a book about a scientist who creates an AI and he loses control. He has to regain control of it. You see here, this is the paperback version. It's available on Amazon right now. It's a novelette. And I also have a referral link if you're thinking of getting a SpaceX Starlink. As you guys know, I'm in a remote area where the internet is not very good, so I do use SpaceX Starlink. It's been I'm very happy with it. I do get high-speed internet here, and I'm actually doing a live stream now on it. And you guys saw the scammer who called me a few minutes ago on my phone. I also use it on my phone for Wi-Fi calling, so that way I don't have to pay any roaming or expensive fees. It works extremely well, again, because the cell service here is not very good. Okay. Also be sure to subscribe, like, follow, and leave comments. As I said, I do have an announcement to make. So some of you have asked me to look at some proprietary software, and because my channel is mostly open source DIY applications, I was thinking of a way how I can introduce some proprietary software. So what I decided to do was to I think the way to do it is to compare them with open source solutions. So that's, I think, is fair for me and for developers and you guys, because that way I'm not restricting myself and I can see what proprietary software does better or does not do better, and then that way everybody can learn. Because if I just stick to open source software thinking it's the best when maybe it's not, that's not fair. So with that said, one of the software some people have requested that I review is called, what's the name of it? DaVinci Resolve for video editing. So that that's gonna come up next time I do a review comparing to Blender, because I use Blender for my video editing. Another piece of software was, what's the name of it? It's a DroidCam. So that's another one. So I'll do a review of that one because that allegedly works extremely well on Linux. So I'll do a tutorial on that one as well. And then there's another one. Actually, I think it's called JellyWatch. There's a proprietary one. I think it's only for the phone, so I'll be able to do that as well. So what I'm trying to say is that I'm going to be more pragmatic, and if a piece of software is actually better, I'll use it. Now the problem with DaVinci Resolve is that most likely it will not be for me, because for Linux it doesn't come with a H.264. I know why, but I think I also have to buy a piece of hardware, and I have to pay I think a monthly fee or an annual fee. So, but the free one should install. I don't know what codecs it has, so I'll try it out. And I think I'll do that. That will probably be a night stream. I can't promise anything, but that's what it will be. So that's it. So now I'm going to check the live chat, and I see here Spet asked, it depends on what you're trying to do, but for prototyping and fast development, it's really good. And for small tasks in code bases, if you don't want to do it. I'm guessing he's talking about the other tool called Codex. Oh, sorry, I apologize. I read your. I think when I saw the word ChatGPT, I thought you were talking about ChatGPT. So he's saying there's a tool called Codex. It's basically an AI that can code for you, and you only have to tell it what to do. It's pretty cool. Okay, so I'll try that out as well. So that's what I'm trying to say. It's things like that, which in the past I would not have done because they're proprietary. What I'm saying is I'll be more open to that, because it will give people a chance, maybe developers, to see, okay, this is what proprietary software does. We need to incorporate some of those items. So I'll be open to that. So I'm going to write that down. It's called Codex. So let me write down here. So check out. Put it up here. Oh, where is it here? folklore, check out, there we go. Check out Codex by OpenAI. So I've written that down. I will check it out as well. That will probably be another one, maybe a night stream as well. Or the other piece of news is I did a review of something called folklore, and then somebody requested that I show how to install wildcard certificates. So what I'll do is I'm debating whether I should create a written tutorial for it or I should just use the old one. I will think about it. That could probably be another one which would be good for a nice little a night live stream. So I'll probably, that's also on my agenda. So I'll do that one. I'll do that one soon as well. So wildcard certificate SSL. I've written that down as well. So all those will be going. I'll hopefully can get all that stuff done within a week, and I'll let you guys know how everything goes as well. So yeah, so that's it. So if you guys have any requests, I'll be able to honor them. So I'm looking at, it looks like I missed some other stuff. So one of the other questions was, how's the MI6032 gig doing? It's actually doing extremely well, but I said I managed to break something yesterday, but as I said, it wasn't the GPU. That was because of Inkscape. So there's a bug with Inkscape, and it's actually, you know what? I've never filmed this, but I'll show you the problem with Inkscape. So when you open up Inkscape, here I'll open up Inkscape right now, and I'll show you what the problem is. Here's it doesn't really matter. Oh no, I'll open up a new document. So when you open up Inkscape, so this is a new Inkscape. There's nothing there, right? So what happens is when you open up an AVI file, oh here we go. So if I go to my screenshots here and I grab any AVI file, so let's open up. Let me open one for today's tutorial. What's today's tutorial again? Matomo. So you see here I have an AVI file, right? So AVI is a bitmap. So I open up this file. So I drag it in here. Link, embed, doesn't matter. I'll just use link, okay? So you see that? This is just a screenshot. Perfectly fine. You can edit it whatever you want. I can resize it, whatever. Now, here's the funny thing. Remember, I haven't done anything. All I do is just drag and drop it here. So what happens is, if I close Inkscape, let's say I finish editing, I save everything will work. So if I close this, I don't want to save anything, right? So I click close without saving. You see what happens? Inkscape crashes. So don't worry about this. I already filed bug reports in Fedora and also with Inkscape. So I took this this here and I already filed it. They already found they were able. Inkscape was able to replicate it, and I believe they already have a fix or a work. They already have a workaround for this. It's actually tied to another bug as well, which they resolved. So you see. Now, the problem is, it's actually, remember I said I also found a bug with Fedora. Here's the bug. The bug is actually with Nautilus as well. So what happens is, what it does is, it creates a weird folder as well. It actually usually does it in my home folder. I don't see it here. I think I have to go to my home folder. It creates another weird, let me see if I can pull it up here without doing something too stupid. Oh, it looks like it didn't do it this time. Or maybe because yeah, it didn't do it this time. But it always creates some weird folder. It didn't do it this time. Okay, yeah. So it didn't do it this time. But normally it creates a weird folder with a weird character setting. And what happens is, if I try to delete that folder, then it crashes Nautilus. So what happened is, yesterday is I did not close Inkscape because the time was coming up and I had to do the live stream at night. So what happened was I didn't realize Inkscape was working in the background. So I was basically done the night stream, and then I wanted to try one more thing, a longer piece of AI writing, and then it basically would not start again. I was thinking, what's going on? And I wasn't able to close. Basically, I would open something and it would not open. For example, like Chromium, it won't open, and it just I didn't know what was going on. There's only when I tried to switch off the computer, then I realized it was saying that Inkscape cannot close. I'm thinking Inkscape. Then I was like, oh, I forgot to close it out because I was using a AVIF file. So yeah, but other than that, to answer your question, the GPU is working extremely well. I have finally figured out that what I should do is when I'm doing any AI, whether it's two specific AI things, whether it's generating video and when it has to think, I have to make sure that the fan profile is set to 50%. Otherwise, it will just overheat. So other than that, it's working extremely well. I'm very happy with it. So for the Qwen 3-quarter, I haven't tried that one yet. What I really want to try is Llama 3. I'm hoping somebody is able to get it working with I think it was 16 parameter or 17 parameter one. That one I was not able to run. I mean, I can get more RAM, but I really don't want to. I want to be able to run that one. So I'm hoping somebody will optimize it a little bit more and work on my system. That's the one I want to try. But I'll try Qwen 3. I did try Qwen 3 on my old system. You know what's weird? I noticed my old system had 16 gigs of RAM, DDR3. It had NVIDIA GTX 950, which only had 2 gigs of VRAM, and I was able to run much larger models. And I don't understand why with my new system it has more cores, more threads, double the RAM, and 16 times the VRAM, and even just the integrated graphic one has like double the VRAM, and I'm not able to run models the same size I was with the old one. It's super weird. Yeah, my head is like blown. I don't know why that is. I don't know if maybe the models are optimized for Intel and NVIDIA, maybe, and they're not for AMD. I don't know. It's just really strange, but I'll figure it out. Okay, so with that said, yeah, I talked about all this stuff. So I'm gonna end this live stream. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. So I'm not gonna do a live stream tonight because the weather is nice. So I'll be able to go outside and finish up my my shed. That's I'll provide an update with that as well. So I managed to put up half of the door, and I started putting up the wrap about 2 days ago, but the last 2 days it was been raining and very cloudy and very cold, so I wasn't able to do it. But I'm hoping to finish the wrap today and tomorrow, and then I'll start putting up the vinyl on it. And then after that I will start putting the solar. So the idea is, if you guys remember, I don't know if you can see here. Yeah, there we go. You can still see the reason I still have that box for the motherboard is because inside there is the old motherboard for the i7 2600, and I do have the fan, the CPU and stuff. So I do want to repurpose some of those things for cooling in the shed. And also what I do plan to do is the shed will be my emergency station. What I mean by that is, for example, let's say deep of winter, the power goes out here, I can go into the shed. I already bought some emergency, for example, right here. Let me show you one of these right now. If you can see this, see that one? It's I think a 200 and yeah, it says right here, it's 235 to 250 watt heater. It's a portable heater. So because the shed is small, this will be able to warm it up. It maybe take a few hours. So that I have this. And I also have a hot plate, a very small, I think it's 180 watts. So obviously I don't expect to go and cook in like 5 minutes. What I'm saying is that in the winter, I'll run off the solar, so it should be able to power the heating and that one, and that should be fine. And I said because I'm going to insulate it very well as well, so that should be warmer than inside here, except for the crawl space. So that's my emergency station, and I also plan to stack some what do you call it, like a mini greenhouse in there as well. And then it's also another emergency for example, if my chicken hoop gets destroyed, say by a bear or something, I can move the chickens in there temporarily until I fix their permanent home. So little things like that. So it's really needed. So, and I said what I plan to do is maybe every few months, I can get more solar panels, and then it'll be much better. So that way, what I'm saying is that I want to be a little bit more self-reliant in that, I can grow a little bit of my food, and the chickens provide me eggs. So I'll be covered if stuff hits the fan type thing, and then that's my plan. And of course, I like as I said, I do use the Starlink. So what happens is that one obviously needs power. So if I have enough solar panels, I'll be able to power it as well, and I'll be able to, for example, I can do a live stream or something, or still use the laptop. Okay, so with that said, I'm going to end this live stream. This is taking too long. Hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I think you guys will like the one for tomorrow. It's actually surprisingly very good. And be sure to subscribe. It really helps out the channel as well. Bye now. See you guys tomorrow. Have a great day.